Hello, gentle viewers. This is Avindian, and I am especially excited to bring to you a new series, Stellaris Megacorp as Murder Inc. Which is actually not nearly as bad as it sounds. Caw. Not that that's out of the way, the Corvid people are a simple folk who yearn to spread their message of peace and understanding through the galaxy. Forming their own space corporation, they chose a name which promotes togetherness and community through the formation of corporate identity. For some reason, other races have not quite grasped our fundamental guiding ethics. Thankfully, our marketing department has come up with a new name, Murder Inc. It's not what you think it means. We will be playing as the Space Crows. We're an industrious people because crows like shiny things. I mean, sure, you could argue jackdaws really will like shiny things, but crows do too. We're thrifty, but it takes us a while to breed a bit, and we do have a tendency to get rather angry at one another. But we're quick learners. We ruthlessly fight with each other, but we believe in free trade, and we really like other people, like a lot. A lot. And of course we're materials because we're a mega corporation. I'm really excited to try this one out. Mostly, as I noted on Twitter, because of the Le Guin update. Not so much the Megacorp expansion, which is pretty cool. I love our flag, by the way. The beautiful golden sun with the sky and the feathers. It's pretty. What was I trying to say? I really wanted the Le Guin update. The Megacorp wasn't a selling point for me necessarily. But I do love Paradox games, and I wanted to support their development, so I went ahead and bought the expansion. And I am curious to see what the new rules are for Megacorps. I think it's time we actually start the game. Let's make a ring galaxy. That'll be fun. Large galaxy is fine. 12 empires. No, I do like the 3 fallen empires, actually. I think everything else here seems pretty reasonable. What is scaling difficulty? That must be a new thing. Yeah, we'll play at Ensign. I don't think we need bonuses, but I haven't played a Stellaris in a very long time, and so I don't want to play anything too aggressively. This is all fine. This looks good. Let's play. So I decided to do my species trait picking off camera because I think it can be a bit dull. And I didn't want to lose you guys before we even got started. Some of my goals are to basically play a tall empire. I know that's what I usually play, but I just like tall empires. It's supposed to be a lot more common now. Oh wow, this is really nice. Really nice. We'll talk about what changes as we play the game. In the eons, since the first primitive space crow communities took shape in the dense jungles of Medoc, our civilization has spread and prospered. In the early days, our people were governed by primitive feudal realms and inefficient nation-states. Gradually, as global trade increased, the myriad of corporations, consortiums, and guilds into which our merchants organized themselves grew increasingly wealthy and influential. After a period of conflict and rivalry, the most powerful of these entities banded together into a trade league with enough power with the economy to become the de facto world government. Now, after the discovery of the Hyperlane Network, the finest minds of the Murder Inc. have finished development of the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasps. So welcome back to Stellaris. If you haven't played in a while, things have changed quite a bit. Let's take a couple of moments and talk about the more obvious visual changes to the game. First of all, there are more resources in the game. We have energy, minerals, and food. But now we also have consumer goods, which used to be part of minerals. Now they've been separated out as their own resource. alloys, which are things you actually use to build stuff, influence, and unity. This shows our total science production, and if you hover over it, it gives you the breakdown. And these are our rare resources. Our total empire size, we do have an administrative cap of 50, which means that when our total empire is over 50, we'll get some penalties to it. We have one system, one colony, 28 people. Oh, these are clickable. Well, the one is clickable. No, more than that is clickable. That's pretty awesome. We have one starbase, and we have our naval capacity. Over here, we have a lot of the things used to be here before. Let's click on market. Oh, right. Trade value. Oh, that's cool. So we can buy mineral in exchange for energy, but one of the things we can do later on in the game is use trade value to buy stuff. And then we can pick a big amount. That's so cool. Oh wow, this is really dense. I did not anticipate that. That's all to the good. We'll definitely be using that. Oh, it's a little Cthulhu. Oh, that's adorable. Let's talk about our policies. Okay. We're not going to change too many of those right away. Yeah, so we can have fewer consumer goods for a bonus to alloys or fewer alloys to a bonus to consumer goods. I don't know enough about the strategic balance of the two to make a decision yet, so we're going to go ahead and leave that alone. And we'll leave everything else here alone. This is pretty good. Let's look at our colony. So this was the biggest, by far, change to the game. A complete reimagining of how planets work. Right now we generate 55 trade value. Star bases will convert trade value into energy credits. Or other resources. And I'm not quite sure how to change that. We'll have to explore that a bit. We have no rare planetary features. That's a shame. We do have a hot spring. And basically this is going to be a good place to build power. But it's a capital planet, so you kind of get the most out of everything. We do have some tile blockers we'll want to clear. But let's talk about how the game has actually changed thanks to the creation of districts. After every so often, your populations will grow and you'll get access to new buildings. But districts is where your people live. Right now, we have 2 executives, a few specialists, and a few general workers. We can have a maximum of 17 districts, and as we clear our planetary blockers, we'll get up to 20. Which is pretty good. Amenities make people happy. So that's good. And there's housing. Here's our population. There are many like it, but this one is ours. And this is what makes the game a little bit like... it still makes the game a little bit Vicky 2-esque. So let's talk about each job. Clerks produce amenities and trade value. Farmers make food. Miners make minerals. Technicians make energy. And those are our basic workers. We also have some specialists. And it's not clear what it is they actually do. Okay, that's a lot of stuff right now, and I'm a bit confused. There's our executives. And executives do use extra amenities and need better housing, but they also produce unity and a few other things. What do my specialists actually make? I think we just have generic specialists, don't we? Oh no, we have 2 artisans, 1 enforcer, 2 metallurgists, and 1 researcher. Why can't I see? Oh, you just had to double click on it. Okay. So you have artisans. Artisans make brown stuff. What is brown stuff? Oh, consumer goods. Got it. Enforcers produce unity and reduce crime, it looks like. Metallurgists make alloy. And right now, for every 12... right now, we create 4 alloy every turn. And then the researchers produce research. So we cannot actually tell people where to go. They fill needs based on open population slots and other things. We'll get another building slot at 30. So right now we're producing... I don't know why we're actually producing 9 alloy a turn. Oh, because we have a base production of 5, and then we produce an extra 3 and some change. An extra 4. Which is pretty cool. Oh, and we consume some of it as maintenance for our ships. Okay, that makes sense. Plume of Purple, our current governor, is good at cheaper buildings, which is good. So, what do we want to build? Now, we really want, at some stage, more alloy production. One of the things this game allows you to do now, thanks to Le Guin, you can specialize a lot more. And in fact, it's encouraged. We don't have the minerals to buy any of these things yet, but so we can examine, for example, we can create more metallurgist jobs to improve our alloy production. We could turn minerals into consumer goods. We can improve trade value and amenities. We could create manager jobs, and they create unity, trade value, and society research, holo theaters. We have many, many options. And as we play the game, we'll learn more about the different relationships between these resources, which ones we want to focus on, and which ones maybe aren't quite so important. We also have some planetary decisions we could take. We could declare martial law. We could reduce pop. We could distribute luxury goods, and we could encourage planetary growth. But we don't have enough food for that. I'm not sure what I think about this system just yet, but we're going to give it some time. Our crime's pretty good. We don't really have to be concerned about that just yet. So, defense armies are now naturally produced by the planet, and there's a couple of things you can do to help them. That's for assigning leaders, I see. But your offensive armies are actually manually created by you. And you can assign a general. Corporate actions cannot be taken on this. Do not have corporate authority. Sure I do, don't I? Might be because it's my planet. And our agenda boosts our research. That's good. Okay. So what we're going to do short term, our long-term plan is to develop our people, and we're going to build a tall empire to the extent that we can. We're going to try to avoid military confrontation as much as possible until we get to the point where we have a ridiculous technological advantage. At that point, I have a very specific goal in mind, is I want to blow up planets. That's me personally, and I just think it would be really, really cool. Now, how can we tell the game what to do with our trade value? So I assumed that was market, but apparently it's not. I think until the galactic market is founded, we can't really use trade value for anything, which is acceptable. Here's our galaxy. We picked a ring galaxy. Let's do the one obvious thing, which is let's get researching. Or searching, rather. And we're going to go this direction. Construction ship. We don't really have enough for either one of those yet, so we're just going to have to let the construction ship sit tight there. We have an open building shop, but I don't have anything to build it. Now let's take a look at our tax. So as you can see, a lot of these tax are based on people. So for example, these make our researchers more efficient at researching physics. We could get an improved energy grid, which helps us make more, which both produces technician jobs and increases production. But it is almost impossible to argue as a strategic point with beginning your game with a research buff, because it's going to help you the entire game. You want to get it out of the way as soon as possible. Biodiversity research would be nice. Or society, excuse me. But so would a flat boost to Unity. Because Unity is also something you want to grab as soon as you can in your campaign. I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Finally... making better Corvette hulls are really tempting. Like, afterburners are great, don't get me wrong. But just making our Corvettes stronger instantly without having to upgrade them, it's more expensive. It is decidedly the most expensive of the three techs, but I think it's worth it. We're going to grab it. And I think it's time to unpause the game. Look at these resources pile up. Oh yeah. Ooh, we've got a planet. That's a continental world, which we can totally live with. We have made a startling find. The planet is teeming with alien life. Oh dear. For the first time in history, we have encountered life forms that did not originate on Medoc. Ooh, it's a naturally pretty world. Interesting. I don't know where the extra people are. Okay, we have our 200 minerals, so we have a couple of decisions to make. Oh, no, actually, we can do both things, can't we? Because I bet science ships cost... alloy. They do. Let's make another science ship. I think it's really important that we have one. Do it. And then let's go ahead and spend our minerals. And we need to think about what we want to focus on in the early game. So we could always build another district. which sounds really tasty, and it'll produce more jobs. Where is our population growth rate? Where can I find that? Here we go. So we get 3 per month. It's gonna take us it's gonna basically take us 10 months. No, a lot more than that, actually. It's gonna take a long time for us to make people. Like, just a stupidly long amount of time. I wish I'd thought that bit through. We may at some point go the robot route to build additional workers. That's right, so 2.7 per month. If we need 100, it would take us 45 months, or 4 years to make 1 pop. Is there anything we can do to improve growth rate? We could always encourage growth rate, but we need a bunch of food for that. So maybe it wouldn't be the worst usage. Is anyone unemployed right now? No, no one's unemployed. Okay. So that creates an interesting problem for us. Because adding a new pop, adding a building won't actually help us necessarily. We don't need resource silos. And I really don't want more manager jobs. We need to make more stuff. I'm assuming manager jobs are the same as executives, right? Oh no, maybe they're not. They give us unity, trade value, and society research. That's not unuseful. Alright, what else can we spend minerals on? Because that's clearly not a great use of our resources. Let's go ahead and actually build a mining station. We are excited because we have found simple forms of life. So we're not going to use the building slot. It doesn't make any sense right now. It doesn't make strategic sense.
Construction complete.
Wow, that was loud. Let's get another science ship going. How many leaders can we have? What's our cap? Did they get rid of leader cap? They got rid of leader cap. You know what? I actually like that quite a lot. Let's improve our research speed. Okay, I will be honest. That is not a change I remember them saying anything about, but I love it. Because the leader cap always seemed to be artificial, and it was an artificial way to restrict the player's abilities to expand their empire. I think that's a good call. I think they made the right choice. If that is what... Okay, where's leaders at? Yeah, there's nothing here about leader cap. That's really good. I like that. Here's a planet over here. It's a tropical world, which is our preferred habitat. Okay, what do we know about this planet? No rare planetary features. There are a lot more. There's also a lot of max mining districts. Actually, this would be a great place to set up a mining colony or an agricultural colony. This is definitely an attractive place to colonize at some stage in the future. We have found an ancient alien civilization. The Voltaum Star Assembly. They were like worms, 3 to 4 meters in length. That's pretty long. That's like minimum 10 foot long. Damn.
Log updated.
Cool. Log updated.
Boom. We built something.
Don't do that. I thought something exploded. Intelligent life tolerance with pointed absence. Reads a popular Newsnet post on MeDoc. Lower forms of alien life are now matter of public record, but we haven't found it on other places. That's fine. Okay, construction ship. The first thing we need to find out is where we want to build our first outpost. And we don't want to rush it. Do we build a third science ship? We will definitely do habitable world survey.
Log updated. Resource scan complete.
Oh, this hasn't actually been surveyed yet. Got it. We have not found much in the way of resources in our worlds yet. That is distantly troubling. Okay, what do we know? Still no rare planetary features. Yeah, there's not. This world doesn't have much to say for it apart from the fact that it's tropical, and so our habitability will be higher.
Prospect analyzed.
Resource-wise, these are two pretty shit systems. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Give me a couple research stations. Damn. I'm gonna go ahead and build a couple Corvettes.
Found. Hey, can we monetize this?
I don't know, can we? Ooh, we've gained anomaly research speed. So, anomalies no longer have failure possibilities. Instead, when you run into certain anomalies, it just takes longer to get them done. So yeah, this is going to take us about 6 months to do. There's impressive structures that litter a small area. Let's go ahead and research that. I love the fact you got a new trait. That's really cool. So, I mean, here's the thing. I know that we aren't ideally situated for habitability. But this is this is a far better world for us as an expansion project. So I think once our construction ship is done, we're going to send it out there to build an outpost. Our first tradition's right. So prosperity improves our mining station output right off the get-go. We can also reduce upkeep. These are all pretty good. Expansion. We instantly get faster colony development speed. But we're going to build a decent sized empire, but we're going to try to build tall to the extent that we can. So expansion isn't the most useful choice for us. Not right away. Oh, although colonization fever is really good. And a flat boost to pop growth speed could help us offset the fact that we don't grow very quickly. Expansion has some taste to it. It is not a bad call. Supremacy is about destroying people, and we're not at that stage, and we may not be for a while. Diplomacy definitely is something we're going to consider at some point. Discovery, a boost to survey speed, better research. These are all really good choices. Harmony. It's not bad. So for me, it's between two choices right now. Do we try to overcome the initial difficulty that we have, which is that we don't grow new pops very quickly? Or do we try to get a leg up on research? I mean, it's pretty tempting. A lot tempting. But having seen how long it's going to take us to get more people, I think we're going to adopt expansion, which is not what I expected. But I need to rush to this ASAP. I need to overcome this particular problem. Which I think means a boost to Unity, which I think does solve our issue for which building to build. A corporate culture site. Because we want managers... Oh, this doesn't actually improve anything else. This literally just adds jobs. Well, shit. Which means unless we have someone that's unemployed, or want to shift people around... That's nice housing and amenities. We don't really need that. We could have more enforcer jobs. We could have more research labs. See, that's the difficulty, is that this doesn't help us right now. Because we don't have unemployed pops. Which means what we basically do would be creating jobs and shifting people around. Which isn't the worst idea. So what do we want to focus on? What is the most important to us? Or do we just not build a building and wait and plan what we want to do? We could build a city district, but again... Here's the thing. There is little incentive... I wish I could say the total number of jobs available. Is that under population, maybe? Or do we just have literally exactly as many jobs as we do people? Like that's the case. Yeah, okay. Which means when we do get another one... So what do we want to push? Either through buildings or through districts. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was our governor. The governor did level up. Okay. What kind of building do we want? Like, I like the idea of actually building a precinct house as a way to increase unity. And I do want more defensive armies. But research is another great call. I don't want a stronghold yet. Who makes consumer goods? Like, how do we actually make consumer... Okay, that's civilian industries, okay. So yeah, districts help with raw materials. Do we build another district? And if so, how do we want to specialize this planet? Let's take a look. We would not be bad off if we had agriculture districts. We do need to make food. Alright, here's what we're going to do for now. Oh, you make Unity. I see you turn consumer goods into Unity. What do enforcers turn into Unity? They just make Unity. Crime's not really a problem. So right now, yeah. Oh, let's wait on the precinct. Let's go and build the researchers. Because techs are going to be the other way we get out of our bottleneck of growth. So we're going to start that. That's a good use of our first building slot, I think. And let's go ahead and clear off a blocker. Oh, wait a minute. We get a free pop. Do it immediately. Just do it immediately. Okay. I'm very happy with that decision. I needed to look at the tile blockers. So when our construction ship is finished, I mean, this planet would be an absolutely gorgeous place to make minerals. Like, this place would have so many mining districts. And a decent, if not great, number of agriculture districts. It can't make any energy, so we have to consider that. And actually it can. There's a couple of generator districts there. But yeah, I think this is our best first expansion prospect. For now. As we progress, I may change my mind. We do want some Corvettes, so let's go to our shipyard and let's make a couple. Give me 2. There we go.
Boom. We built something.
The structures on Targon 2A are not as old as we first believed. It seems to be a playground or amusement park of some kind. Intriguing. Ooh, a nice boost to research and science. Alright, so let's build our first outpost. Oh, they cost alloy. I thought they cost minerals. Okay. The other alternative would be going over here to build it, but we want one that's contiguous to us. So let's go ahead and build it over here.
Prospect analyzed.
Scientist leveled up.
Construction complete.
And we made our ships. Because we want to make sure we can suppress pirates, because they're definitely a thing now once we get trade.
Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
Wow, really? Oh, it's a tomb world. Okay.
Boom. We built something.
We did build something. Please go ahead and build mining stations and research stations. Keep you busy. To colonize, we mostly need a shit ton of food. What are we short on? Oh, we're short on alloys.
Construction complete.
Okay.
Anomaly detected.
Go ahead and research it. It's pretty easy. Oh, hey, we just got 2 new pops. We definitely need to create more pops though, because the next pop won't have a job available to it. can be reduced, such as overcrowding, low amenities, and crime. We're not overcrowded yet. Could probably afford to make some amenities, but I think what we could really use... Wait, what? I didn't build commercial zones, did I? I thought I deliberately built the research lab. Oh, I did. Okay, it just lists some. I see. Okay. Our food production's pretty shit. I think we make a new agricultural district. It's not the sexiest choice, but I think it's the smart choice. Because we've got a decent maximum of agriculture here. And I think that's how we build this world up as we proceed. Okay, we've still got a ways to go.
We built something.
I wish you'd stop saying kaboom. You're gonna make me poop myself one of these days. A mummified remains of a single individual. Nice. Okay. I think we need to build another science ship. I've been kind of holding off on it because I don't want to waste the alloy. But we need to expand. We need to explore faster. Not necessarily expand, mind you, but we do need to explore faster if we're going to make things happen. And I think the next thing we're going to do, once we get enough alloy... I keep saying that, don't I? Alloy is another thing we need to focus on production of.
Boom. We built something.
That's our new science ship. Let's find you a new leader. I'll just grab you. And then you're going to research this way. There we go. I mean, so far I'm not seeing any systems
complete.
that really make sense to expand to just yet. Let's go and add a couple of alloy jobs, actually. Because alloy is holding us back, too. So we're going to build a couple of those. So let's take a quick second. And let's try to work a couple things out here. Right now, we don't have any issues with too many jobs, but we will soon. That is coming around the corner. Why isn't everyone happy? Why are you guys unhappy? Oh, actually, it is actually fairly happy. I have to remember that. Yeah, it's only if it's under 50%. We have to do other things to make you, like, deliriously happy. Alright. Okay, so we have... Yeah, you can see here, we now have 2 extra jobs, which means that when we get people, they're going to want to become farmers. Because that's where the open jobs are. But we're also going to be creating open jobs for alloy. So... which of these jobs do we want first? I think we want the farmers filled first, but we'll just see what happens. I mean, it's not like 5 energy is a bad thing.
Resource scan complete.
We also need to do some searching of these 2. Belgium? How offensive.
Anomaly found. Hey, can we monetize this?
It's hard. We're going to come back to it. And when we're a bit smarter about things, we can come back and see what's going on. Ooh, 2 planets in this system. Damn. And one's a tomb world.
Anomaly detected.
This one we can go ahead and research. Okay. Our first tech. A boost to Unity. Yes, please. We can't not take this. Anything we can do to overcome our initial hurdle of growth speed is something we have to do in the early game. And once we get...
Anomaly detected.
Ooh, it's challenging, but not too hard. Let's leave it for now, though. Okay, this is interesting. This is raw trade value. Yes, please. A bonus pop for a colony sounds lovely. Puzzling Polygon. The ISS Evaluating Eye crew has recovered the reflective polygonal object near ZL1285, bringing it on board for detailed study. The object's most intriguing quality is its ability to reflect most types of low-frequency energy beams directed toward it. High frequency remain unaffected, useless for defense purposes. Interesting. So we don't know where it came from. And we got some physics research. There's a way to, like, sort by anomalies,
Boom.
right?
We built something.
Delightful.
Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
Good. That's nice. What the hell is green stuff? I have no idea what that is. Let's go ahead and grab fusion reactors. I want to make sure we have enough power before we start upgrading our ship's weapon systems. Okay, we've got a science ship who has nothing to do. That cannot be allowed.
Planetary exploitation forecast complete.
Come on back, y'all, here. This is a good tropical world. Good place for food. And energy to a lesser extent. Ooh, Wings of Ivory has the Eye for Talent trait. What trait does that do? Oh, nice. Okay, in terms of new colonies, this is the place to go. But in terms of resources, I think maybe we want to start heading in this direction. But I think for now we will go ahead and build our second outpost over here. No. You almost got me. You almost got me. We want a colony ship. Let's get her done. Do it. And then the next thing we do when we get the alloys, we'll build a new starbase. Or, outpost. Sorry. We also want to start thinking a little defensively, too.
Resource scan complete.
About what we want to do regarding our defenses. I know we're not planning to play super militaristic style. But we have to be able to defend ourselves and even win a war if it's advantageous.
Our science ship is under attack.
Hi, alien space station. What are you? Are you a pirate fleet? Oh, good God. Hi. Let's investigate them. Please do it now. I'm hoping that doesn't mean they're hostile, that it literally just means that they're foreign.
We've got to shake those hostiles.
We might be in trouble, you guys. Like, a lot of trouble. Go ahead and build an outpost. That is, as the kids say, pretty shit. That is, in fact, extremely shit. And, oh god, is this gonna hurt. Like, I'll be honest, if this is another, if this is an...
Prospect analyzed.
If this is an enemy, a fleet that can be aggressive, we're probably screwed. Because there is a lot there, my friends. There's a lot.
Boom. We built something.
Good. That's our colony ship finished.
Construction complete.
Fleet manager. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm being forced to devote more resources than I intended to early on with this. But that's life. Life is unexpected stuff happening.
Complete. Boom! I found something. Another bleeding edge technology discovered.
Too many things are happening at once. Okay. Our colony ship has gently touched down on Avarin Prime. Nice. We will leave that be for now. And we have a new tech. Improved Corvette hulls. I would like additional minerals. What are megaforges? Oh, I see. Cool. What is a nebula? Oh, it's for star bases. Interesting. I mean, none of these are overwhelmingly thrilling to me right now. Okay, what percentage of minerals are coming from stations? What percentage are coming from people? It's people now. So this is actually the better deal. Let's frack geothermally. I'm sure that can't possibly go wrong. Now, do I get to pick what my first districts are, or does the game just default to producing certain districts? That I don't know. We'll find out, you guys. And I think this might be a good place to end our first episode. We're 7 years in, so we've still got a long ways to go. But I think things are going fairly okay. I am desperately terrified of these people, though. I mean, we will get instantly obliterated if we enter... This basically completely blocks us from moving south. Now, the only thing I can hope is that these people aren't people and that they'll just stay where they are. That maybe they're like mining drones or something. But this isn't just a short term. This is actually like, we're going to be needing battleships to shut down Algeia and Akmal. So yeah, ooh, this is a nice system. We're getting some places to expand to, but it will take us some time. Until next time, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching the episode. I hope you enjoyed this new series. Share your own thoughts and comments about the Megacorp expansion, and until next time, I bid you good day.